you're pulling more material, and I would rather be more streamlined through that midsole, okay? Or one more thing is, sorry, we're going. Who's ready to race, everyone out there around the world? Do you got your carbon fiber plates or rods chosen for your fall marathons 2022? That's not the question of the day, but I'll be curious to read some comments. And speaking of, by the way, running shoe battles, we're going strong. I know, no new running shoe reviews at the moment. A lot of battles. Actually, shout out, I believe it was Shannon. Thank you, Shannon, for letting me know in the comments a couple days ago, or maybe it was late last week. She said she's actually getting more out of these running shoe battles versus just individual running shoe reviews, because it just helps her put into context what is happening between two different types of shoes. In this case, two shoes from Adidas. Shout out to everybody over in Europe. That's where Adidas is based, in Germany. But here we go. I couldn't resist. 50 minutes ago, I posted this under the community tab. Did you know there's a community tab on the homepage of the YouTube channel? There it is, okay? I posted a poll, and it said you can only choose one to run in the next 5 years. It is, meaning, so I gave 4 options: London Marathon, Berlin Marathon, New York City Marathon, and the Boston Marathon. Right now, Boston, 32%. Berlin, New York tied with 23%, and then London with 22%. Talk about a really, really, really close voting, so thank you for voting. And it connects very well to today's running shoe battle, the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 2 versus the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3, okay? So there's the 2, there's the 3, and yes indeed, welcome to the archive. There's the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro, the first carbon-infused midsole from Adidas with respect to marathon racing. Rods inside, okay? So actually, let's do it right now. From the 1, okay, can you see the difference there? From the 1 to the 2, they exposed those rods through that outsole, okay? So very interesting, but that's why we keep shoes, so we can compare them from one iteration to the next. Let's dive in, everybody. Man, it's just amazing to see the evolution of running shoes, and frankly, even just like high-end running shoes. You know, they're not giving these shoes away, that is for sure. There is the stack heights for both shoes on your screen. Soak it in. Let's turn on the scale. Yes, indeed, Adidas, great job. You did the trick. 7.2 ounces for the 2, okay? And in my size for the 3, we're looking at 7 ounces. It dropped just a little bit, not much, but a little bit, trending in the right direction. Winner, winner, chicken dinner for the weight is the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3. You know what I'm always saying, with respect to innovation, with materials sourced, how they're constructing the uppers, especially together, the amount of, we'll get to this in a minute, the amount of midsole foam they're putting, all these factors that help keep the trend line going in the right direction for the weight of a shoe. Very, very, especially racing shoes. Did I mention that? Carbon fiber racing shoe, 100%. You can train in it, of course, but carbon fiber all the way. There's the material on the upper, okay? Cellular Mesh 2.0 for the Adios 2, and then they're calling it the single layer Cellular Mesh 4. And I'll just mention right now, actually, let's put the lockdowns on the screen. I was getting a better lockdown in the 2. Actually, the 2 upper is more breathable as well. So there's the overall score for the uppers. Gosh, actually, let me just see here. Yeah, I don't know. And actually, this here at the back, not exactly sure why that's there. This little thing that kind of pops up. It's just a little detail that I think it's not on the 2. That's another reason the 2 is winning over the 3 for the overall. But then again, back to that. Oh, yeah, and it's coming back to me now. As I look at the shoe, other people have reported this as well. At the bottom of the eyelet chain, lacing up, I was feeling pressure points right here. At the bottom of the 3, I was not feeling it all in the bottom of the 2. So just a better overall lockdown and lacing. The laces reacted better in the 2 for me versus the 3. All right, just calling it as it is. Onto that midsole, ride and energy return. There it is. Soak it in. Yes, indeed. I gave it an 8 a year ago, okay? I gave it an 8. And you're probably picking up on a theme if you watch every day. Thank you, by the way, for watching every single day. If you do, the girth, all right, or the volume. The girth isn't quite the right terminology, but the amount of midsole foam, I will say, very commendable Adidas for dropping the weight of this Pro 3, but while still stuffing more midsole foam into the midsole. Like, it's just, there's more of the Light Strike Pro foam in there. But for me, in my gait cycle, in my biomechanics, I'm a cadence runner over a stride length runner. I don't want more when it comes to midsole foam, like the Prime X, from Adidas, or even the uptick well, here we go, all right? The uptick from the Endorphin Speed 2 to the Endorphin Speed 3. This is the 3. It did gain more midsole foam, which probably, I don't have access to a lab, but, increases a little bit of that energy return, but at the same time, through that gait cycle, you're pulling more material, and I would rather be more streamlined through that midsole, okay? Or one more thing is, sorry, we're going deep dive in these running shoe battles. This little notch here, I got a little more research, a little more intel. It's designed to help you basically, I'll use the word collapse, but essentially roll into your toe off better or quicker. And it's fine, but I think I would be shocked if it's back in the Adidas Adios Pro 4. It just felt way too awkward through that little chunk missing there in the midsole. All right, I digress. Onto that outsole. There you go. So hopefully you saw the scores there for the midsole. Outsole, there you have it. Tie. Woo! Tie, okay. There you go. Outsole tie. There you go. Only because I am putting this notch that's missing to the midsole. Okay, that's the main reason. I think it's, I suspect if you're racing fast on wet pavement, you might have to watch out a little bit. It's Continental rubber, but it just looks slick. I didn't get a chance to take it to high speeds on wet pavement. Fit, true to size, okay, for both of them. 7.25, just by a nose over the Adios Pro 3. Comfort, 7.5 versus 7. Very similar. Not great scores, but kind of average scores. I mentioned this in the full review of the Adios Pro 3, it feels a little bit like plastic to the touch. Versus, where is it? There we go. Woo! All these shoes, by the way, are available down below. This guy selling like hotcakes. Should we just put it on the scale just for fun? Since we're all here hanging out in the studio on this fine day. Maybe it's 5 a.m. when you're watching. Maybe it's 5 p.m. Maybe it's midnight, wherever you're watching around the world. Here we go. Saucony Endorphin Pro 3, 6.9. Very similar. However, the upper, it's just so much better. It feels so much better to the touch versus the Adios Pro 3, which it just feels a little bit like plastic, and I just don't love that feeling when I'm lacing up and on the top of the foot. All right, durability prediction, very, very close. Adios Pro 2 by a nose. All right, there's the scores, 8.25 versus 8. Price point, here we go. Oh, man. Brand new, it went up. Brand new, $220, $220, $250. Okay, so it did go up. Boom, winner, chicken dinner. Let's get a little chicken or rooster noise going. Is this guy. All right, and actually, is it on sale right now? If it is, we'll put it on the screen right now, all right, from Running Warehouse. I don't know what the price point is. I should have looked that up ahead of time, but there you go for the price point. Now, I would buy the Adios Pro 2 ahead of the Adios Pro 3. I think the upper, it took a little step back with respect to the eyelet chain. I don't often say that, okay? And then also the amount of volume in the midsole, it's not conducive to my type of biomechanics, but it might be conducive to your type of biomechanics. So therefore, as I'm always saying, make sure wherever you buy your running shoes that they have a great return policy, and not just that you can return it after 90 days, but that you can actually really test it, okay? Like really put it through the paces, because not all not all places are built equally with respect to their return policies. There we go. 7 for the Adios Pro 2 for the overall battle. 1 as far as categories for the Pro 3, and then a tie, 2 ties in this running shoe battle. Now for those final review scores after 50 miles, 7.5, 6.6. All right, I was a little shocked that it was that low. Price point, lockdown, all these things add up with respect to the scoring system. And again, these full reviews will be linked down below in the description, okay? So winner all around. There it is, the Adios Pro 2. And will this be your, will either of these be your 2022 fall marathon racing shoes? Let us know down in the comments. And why? Why over the, there it is, the Endorphin Pro 3? Why over the Asics Metaspeed Sky Plus? Why over the Nike Next Percent 2? Why over the Nike Alpha Fly 2? Why over the, what's another one? The, I don't even know. All these carbon fiber plates. I was trying to think of Ultra off the top of my head, but I couldn't think of it. What is the, I don't even know. The Ultra carbon fiber plate shoe we'll put on the screen right now in a title. Early Boy gets the comment of the day. Seth, not often I disagree, but this shoe is by far the best. See, I don't always pick comments that agree with me. Seth, not often I disagree, but this shoe is by far the best carbon plate I've come across. This is from this shoe, okay? From this full review. It just feels like a proper racing shoe. Such a solid and snappy feel. Adidas strikes back. Early Boy, thank you for the comment of the day. Listen, it's working for some, and I'm not saying it's not working for me. It's just not at the top. It's not at the top for me. Okay. Question of the day. Very easy question. Oh, and actually, I'm sorry. Hold on. Question of the day. Let's do the durometer. Keeping in mind, this is a year old. Okay. Let's just see. Who knows? 37. Okay. And 41. Interesting, okay? So 37 for the Pro 2. That's probably why I like it a little more. It's a little softer. Keeping in mind, it is a year old versus, what was it? What did I say? 42. Question of the day, city or countryside? City or countryside? Where would you live? All right, that is the question of the day. And of course, we will toss it to the carbon fiber plate running shoe playlist. Right there. Carbon fiber plate running shoe playlist right there. All right, come on, doorknob. Go get that doorknob. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.